6:49 on your Tuesday morning. It's time now for the Morning Rush. An internal affairs investigation into Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina is underway after he was involved in a crash. APD says Chief Medina was going to a news conference when he and his wife saw a fight break out with someone who pulled a gun, firing a shot. As Chief Medina tried to flee the area, his truck hit a Mustang on Central near Alvarado, critically injuring the driver.
A Hobbs City leader is facing charges this morning, accused of punching someone in a parking lot. This comes after video appears to show the Hobbs City Commissioner Roy Dwayne Pennick walking over to a truck parked outside of a Lowe's on December the 6th and then punching the driver. However, Pennick told officers that the victim started giving him the finger and then telling him that he was, quote, going down.
The Rio Rancho Police Department is facing a new lawsuit after a woman claims officers used excessive force injuring her. Just over 3 years ago, Rio Rancho police officers responded to a call asking for an officer. Lapel video then shows officers going through an unlocked garage door and into the house, finding Rachel Archuleta and her then boyfriend in the bedroom arguing. They tackled her. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. Temperatures this morning are cool. You'll need layers for now, but by this afternoon, it's going to be a nice mild afternoon with mostly to partly sunny skies.
A bill that would keep cannabis business operations above board is now awaiting the governor's signature. If signed into law, the bill would help keep unlicensed products away from customers. Well, the bill also bumps up criminal penalties for people trafficking illegal cannabis products.
Also awaiting the governor's signature is Santa Fe County's capital outlay. One of the largest projects would improve more than 20 miles of I-25 in Santa Fe County, which would cost $40 million worth of severance tax bond funds. Other infrastructure improvements include $5.4 million to expand the Agua Fria sewer system. Erica.
And here's a check on the threat index. It is low as we won't see any major issues in the weather department today.
Young girls in Bernalillo and Sandoval County are getting the chance to participate in a male-dominated sport, football. Tia and James Martinez are the creative minds behind the All-Girls Flag Football League. Their first game is set for March 16th. They've also started a GoFundMe page so the team can go to an NFL flag regional tournament in Denver.
A new species of snake has now been identified thanks to researchers from a New Mexico university. Well, the team from New Mexico Highlands University has discovered the northern green anaconda. It was in a stretch of South America from the Ecuadorian Amazon to French Guiana. Now, that was led by NMHU biology professor Dr. Jesus Rivas. The team says that their findings show a distinct genetic divergence in the species. Erica.
All right, to check on traffic, the maps are clear. No accidents or slowdowns to report. And here's a live look over the Big I. Definitely starting to slow down a bit going east on I-40 toward the Big I.
Some new video shows a rare waterspout moving through parts of southern Florida. The waterspout appeared on Sunday over Cujo Bay. That's in the Florida Keys, and it was spotted moving towards the shore areas shortly after noon. That's also with flashes of light. Authorities say that one structure was damaged, but no injuries were reported.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, local youth soccer players, they are enjoying some brand new fields as of right now. Phase 2 of the Mesa del Sol Regional Sports Complex was recently completed. Well, the complex currently has 4 new fields with 6 more to come. It's a welcome addition for the local youth sports leaders. The fields are expected to be partially open in the next 2 months.
At number 4, owners of a downtown laundromat are already talking about plans to rebuild after the business was destroyed by a fire. Albuquerque Fire Rescue responded to the washed-up laundromat on Central and 11th just before 5 Sunday morning. They say the building is a total loss. The cause of the fire has not been determined.
At number 3, it's going to be an even warmer day and temperatures will be in the 50s by the late morning. We'll end up seeing upper 60s for our high temperature.
At number 2, an internal affairs investigation into Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina is underway this morning after he was involved in a crash. APD says Chief Medina was going to a news conference when he made a U-turn onto Central near San Mateo to check out a homeless encampment he believed may have been blocking the sidewalk. The chief was driving his unmarked department-issued APD truck and his wife was in the passenger seat. APD says the chief and his wife then saw an unrelated fight break out with someone who pulled a gun and fired a shot. As Chief Medina tried to flee the area, his truck hit a Mustang on Central near Alvarado, critically injuring the driver. Yesterday, APD told us they will not hand the investigation to state police or BCSO because no one died, and this new investigation is looking into APD's own policies. The chief will not review the final investigation. APD says it will go to the superintendent of police reform.
At number 1, Hobbs City Commissioner Roy Dwayne Pennick is facing charges accused of punching someone in a parking lot. Now, according to a criminal complaint, on December the 6th, the victim told police that Pennick came over to his truck, began banging on the window, and when he rolled it down, he says that's when Pennick hit him. However, Pennick told officers that the victim started it and was telling him that he was, quote, going down and even spitting on him. News 13 did reach out to the commissioner and the mayor of Hobbs for comment. We did not hear back.